What has life been like for Tina Majorino since she played the side ponytail sporting Deb in Napoleon Dynamite? We're taking a look back at her earliest roles and everything she's been up to in the years after that indie comedy became a cult phenomenon. A tiny Tina Majorino first hit the scene in 1992 with the short-lived ABC sitcom Camp Wilder, part of the famous TGIF lineup, which included hits like Full House, Family Matters, and Boy Meets World. But not every TGIF show was a hit, and there always seemed to be one show in the lineup that wasn't up to par with the other three. Unfortunately, Camp Wilder belonged to the latter category, and the show was canceled after only 19 episodes. Camp Wilder revolved around Ricky Wilder, a 28-year-old nurse who becomes the sole guardian of her two teenage siblings after their parents' deaths, in addition to raising her own 6-year-old daughter, Sophie, who was played by Majorino. Their home is turned into a sort of daycare for her siblings and their friends, which comes to be known as Camp Wilder. Famous faces like Hilary Swank, Jerry O'Connell, and Jay Moore appeared on the show, but it was Majorino's character who got one of the most progressive storylines of the series. Towards the end of the show's run, the 6-year-old tells her family that she wants to be a boy, reflecting progressive transgender awareness a couple of decades before virtually any other show. Who could forget Waterworld, one of Hollywood's biggest flops? Directed by Kevin Reynolds, Waterworld told the story of an Earth after the polar ice caps melted, flooding the planet's land surfaces and creating, well, a water world. The movie starred Kevin Costner as a sort of evolved fish man who helps save a kidnapped girl named Enola, played by Majorino, who had a mysterious tattoo on her back that ends up being a map to dry land. Unfortunately, the big-budget flick got middling reviews, with Roger Ebert calling it a picture he's not unhappy to have seen, but can't quite recommend. And it hasn't exactly gone down in history as a beloved sci-fi action film, despite its cult following. By 2004, Majorino had grown up and out of her childhood roles, but that didn't stop her from going back to high school at 19 years old to play Deb in the oft-quoted quirky indie comedy Napoleon Dynamite.
Well, is anyone else here? Trying to earn money for college.
Your mom goes to college.
From the beginning of the movie, it felt like Napoleon and Deb were meant to be, but Napoleon's ego and his eccentric family kept getting in the way. Thankfully, after a bit of high school drama, a funky election, a lonely prom, and a couple of good deeds, Napoleon and Deb found their way to a romantic game of tetherball. The CW's Veronica Mars was one of those teen shows that developed an adult audience because it was just that good. Kristen Bell starred as Veronica Mars, the daughter of a disgraced chief of police who took it upon herself to solve her best friend's murder. Majorino played Cindy Mac McKenzie, a computer whiz who had always felt a little out of place in her family. She utilized Veronica's services to help confirm that she was in fact switched at birth and was actually the biological daughter of one of the wealthiest families in Neptune. Mac and Veronica's friendship was a gal pal match made in heaven, with Mac's tech smarts and Veronica's sleuthing skills coming in handy while they tried to solve the series' many mysteries. Majorino returned as Mac in the 2014 Veronica Mars film, and rumor has it she'll return for Hulu's revival of the much-beloved neo-noir show. HBO's Big Love followed the story of a polygamous fundamentalist Mormon family in Utah and all the drama that accompanied their lifestyle. Majorino played Heather Tuttle, a young, super conservative and devout Mormon who was best friends with Sarah Hendrickson, the eldest daughter of Bill and Barb, played by Amanda Seyfried. Heather and Sarah work at a fast food restaurant together for a short time, and Heather keeps the fact that her father is a state trooper to herself, considering that what her best friend's family is doing is pretty much illegal. Big Love actually marks the second TV series in which Majorino and Seyfried acted together. Though they never shared any scenes, they both appeared in Veronica Mars. Seyfried played Veronica's best friend Lily Kane, whose murder Veronica spent most of the show's first season trying to solve. The cast of Grey's Anatomy truly feels like a revolving door sometimes, with Ellen Pompeo's Meredith Grey holding everything together. Majorino's Heather Brooks came aboard in Season 9, right after a big plane crash finale that killed off a number of main characters. Brooks was an overly energetic, enthusiastic, and bubbly character who was mostly played for laughs as a total annoyance.
Oh, cool. Is that an epidural hemorrhage? Sorry, I'm interrupting. You guys were having a moment or something.
The intern did have a super sweet side, as well as a temporary romantic dalliance with another Grey's mainstay, Dr. Alex Karev. But alas, Majorino couldn't escape Shonda Rhimes' axe. In Grey's Anatomy's 10th season, Brooks was electrocuted during a storm, subsequently having to undergo brain surgery to clear a hemorrhage. She sadly didn't make it, and the other interns and doctors realized how much of a joy she truly was only after she was gone. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.